I'm just in the gym and we've just found out, finally finishing crying, I just told my mum, we finally found out that Teddy's... This is the realistic side of finding out your child's got leukemia. Do not take life for granted. For those who don't know us, this is me, Scott. This is my wife, Katie, and this is our son, Super Ted. We are the Bridge family, trying to get the most out of this rat race we all call life. On the 24th of February 2023, our whole world got turned upside down when we got told our 9-month-old son had been diagnosed with high-risk Aml Leukaemia. For anyone that doesn't know what that stands for, it's acute myeloid leukemia, which is a type of blood cancer. Yes, I said it. Cancer. As you can imagine, life froze. Every parent's worst nightmare was happening right in front of our eyes. With childhood cancer happening more and more frequently across the world, we decided to document our journey from start to finish to raise awareness and give cancer within children the exposure it deserves. We hope these videos give people a raw, detailed insight into what's involved, the treatment, the day-to-day hospital life, the emotions that come with having a child with cancer. So ladies and gentlemen, buckle up as we take you along on this whirlwind of a journey to save our son's life. And remember, live for today, as tomorrow is never promised. So if you're interested in following our journey, don't forget to like our video, subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so you can stick with us on this battle against cancer.
Hey, you okay? Yeah, the doctor's just been in. We have 100% engraftment. Yeah. So, yeah, all good.
Eddie B, I hope you're ready for the biggest hug of your life, mate. He did it. Our boy's done it. He's 100% donor cells. With the news that we've just received, this is obviously huge for us, purely because with Teddy's diagnosis, because he is such high risk and it is AML leukemia, they need 100% donor cells in his body, because if it's 99% over time, inevitably that 1% of Teddy's old cells, because his body is still their home, it could start chomping away back at the old cells, then go to 98, 97, and over time, inevitably, Teddy's cells will gain back control, and then he would relapse. So this is why they ask and need 100% donor cells, i.e. Pedro cells, because they're from Cyprus. Yeah, hopefully that will mean they are engrafted 100%, and therefore stay that way. But yeah, so overwhelmed. He's not happy. This drug is making him very upset and sick. He's just thrown up everywhere, which is pentamidine can apparently do. We didn't get informed of that, but it looks as if erupted in emotion and sickness. So we're doing everything in our power to keep him happy. Like balls on this, Rachel. And dancing. Teddy, that chip looks like you. It's got a little brown bump on its head. Teddy's got a sore bum, so we're giving him some airtime. But can we just have a flipping look at this? So these are his counts. White blood cells 3.20. Today 6.63. Neutrophils 1.86. Today 3.48.
Lymphocytes yesterday, 0.48. Today, 1.42, baby! What an absolute trooper, Ted. He had such a good day today with the results from his 100% gene grafting and all his bloods. We've given him a second present.
Pocket sticker book. You are all smashing it and we're so proud of you, and know that in a few months' time you'll be back where you belong, making memories with the family. Love, Auntie Rosie.
Yeah,
in a few months, more like a few days.
So we gave him the opportunity to pick his own snack as he's done so well. And what did you pick, Ted? Milky Bar buttons. Of course you did. All the healthy stuff in there. Boy knows what he wants. Well done, mate. Proud of you. Back, changed, and he seems in good spirits. Probably a combination of that medicine that he had earlier, which you've never had before. And yeah, just putting milk in at the same time as meds, which they require to do. So we just need to space it out a little bit, but hopefully he feels better in the morning. Hey, Ted. Love you, mate. Pause our journey there and introduce you to our new accommodation that is supplied by Young Lives vs Cancer. So welcome to Paul's house. So this is Paul's house. This is run by a foundation called Young Lives vs Cancer, and it's home from home. So it's for any parents that are obviously with their kids that have cancer, or they're currently in Great Ormond Street Hospital for an outpatient appointment or anything like that. They give off free accommodation for people like us to come and stay. And I'm going to give you a quick tour around about what's inside and what to expect when you stay at Paul's house. So there's 3 sections to Paul House. There's red, yellow and blue, and there's 16 rooms. This is the Paul's House office. And each set of stairs leads to, I think, 5 rooms per floor, per segment. Yeah, so we're up on yellow, which I'll show you in a minute. But for now, I'm going to take you to the kitchens. This is one of the kitchens. Each bedroom has their own cupboard, their own fridge space, a shelf, and they even have these cook meals that you can have for free, which are donated by a family, which is absolutely incredible. You just help yourself. In terms of location, we're probably about a 15-minute walk from Gosh, so it's absolutely perfect. I think there's 2 or 3 kitchens, so almost 1 kitchen per segment of the house. And I'll take you to another one. And finally, this is the 3rd kitchen. This is actually the kitchen that we use, which is attached to the yellow building. Yeah, fully equipped. There's our nice little cupboard. And even a help yourself section, which is left over from other families and parents that have stayed here. So, absolutely amazing. Really, really good. Another living area. We've got Xbox, DVDs, sofa area. Another big communal area which you can watch telly, DVDs, which is really lovely because you get to meet other people that are also going through similar things. So they have laundry facilities here, which is amazing. Obviously, if you're anything like us with a child that's very sicky, then yeah, laundry is perfect. Excuse the lighting, but this is the laundry area, which has got 2 drying machines, 2 washing machines, and these are for staff only. All of the washing up and detergent and stuff like that is free. It comes part and parcel. They've also got some old products that people have gifted or handed down, hair dryers, everything you can imagine. Iron, which is brilliant. So yeah, more than enough to kind of be suffice. We've got a little garden area, so when it's sunny you can come out and chill and have some food out here, which is really cool. Supply a hoover so you can keep your room tidy. So our room is number 10, we're on the 2nd floor. As is just a single with ensuite. I think of the 16 rooms there is 8 with ensuites and 8 with shared bathrooms. And because of Teddy's situation, that we decided to request one with an ensuite, just because we want to be as sterile and clinical as possible, just for his benefit and ours. But yeah, as you can see, they're pretty simple. The beds are comfy, quite small and thin for someone who's 6'1" like me. It's a bit of a squeeze nonetheless, but yeah, it's nice. All your windows open so you get some fresh air. You get a set of drawers, a smart TV, a fan, little place to hang your clothes up, and the ensuites are more than suffice. Toilet, sink, and quite a powerful shower, to be fair. It takes me back to my student days, but yeah, they're absolutely more than adequate. There's not a lot more that you can ask for just a roof over your head that's free of charge and kind of helps take the ease and stress out of a pretty tough situation that us cancer parents are going through. But yeah, it's brilliant, and to have all of the community areas as well is just such a fantastic aspect to it, because it allows you to meet other people in similar scenarios to you, just talk cancer and children and other topics as well. But again, when you're in a situation and you are a cancer parent, only cancer parents really understand what you're going through, and so to be able to offload some stress and have a chat in one of the community areas is just a fantastic thing to do. All of the kitchens are fully stocked with cutlery, plates, bowls, everything you can imagine, cooking facilities, so ovens, microwaves, hobs, so you can just live here, and that's why they kind of pride themselves with the motto home from home, because it really is. You literally come here, you can take your shoes off and feel at home. If you want to go and chill in one of the communal areas, then it's absolutely perfect. But if you want to shut yourself away in your room, then that's also just as good. So yeah, we're very, very grateful for Young Lives versus Cancer, because they have supplied us with this we've booked in for 8 weeks, but I don't think we're going to use all the 8 weeks, as we're currently in a situation where we're talking about discharge with Teddy. One other thing I have to mention as well about Paul's house is everywhere is kept so clean. Like sometimes when you go into like communal places and some places you may stay, plates are left, knives and forks are left in sinks. Like, it is not the case here. There is people working here 9 till 5. I think it's actually a shorter hours, but there's porters here that just help clean and keep everything super, super sterile, which is paramount when you've got children that are staying here that are potentially having treatment, and also parents that are looking after those children that may be staying in hospital. So yeah, that's something that we walked in here and was super grateful when we first had our tour round, that it's just so clean, and everywhere's quiet as well. Like there's nobody here to have a party. We're all here for the same reasons, so you get a good night's sleep, so your head is level, ready for the next day of treatment or whatever it may be. So if you're considering or need accommodation whilst you're up here with your child, then definitely get in contact with Young Lives versus Cancer, because this is definitely a place I'd advise to stay for any ages or any time length, because it's certainly saved our bacon for sure. Prices of accommodation up in London, as you can imagine, is astronomical. So to have that worry catered for by Young Lives versus Cancer is truly, truly amazing. But if you haven't watched any of our videos of our journey with Teddy, then please click the link above and it will take you through our journey and what it's been like, and the trials and tribulations of what it's like to have a child with cancer. But for now, that is Paul's house. Give their website a follow. I'll link it in the description below, because they are an incredible foundation and help people like us get through this hard time in our life. So huge thank you to them, and ciao for now.
Wasting money on cures, forgot how to fix myself. They say that time is free.
Good morning, it is the Friday the 4th, and I can't help but have a smile on my face and a spring in my step today, knowing that our son got the results back of 100% engraftment of his new cells. Like, it's just made me breathe cleaner air, and just, even though the air in London's pretty shitty, to be honest, but you just feel so much weight lifted off your shoulders knowing that his donation has just been successful.
or as successful as we potentially could be. Yeah, buzzing, but today's going to be another good day. I think Kate had a bit of a tricky night with Teddy last night, but we think it's down to this drug that he had yesterday. So hopefully last night got it all out of his system and we can progress forward today and look forward to hopefully a potential discharge in 3 days.
Then why is it so precious? Oh, I'll save memories in my head, like Polaroids on walls. They remind.
They're finally giving in and are giving us the expensive anti-sickness back. So this is an aprepitin, which is the oral version of fosaprepitin, which is IV. But the sooner we get this in him, the better. But hopefully this will make you feel better, my boy. Right, let's get it in. As we were putting Teddy down for his nap, he was like really upset. So we gave him a little pot of sweeteners that he was shaking to like comfort him. So we took him to bed with him and he let go of him within like a couple of minutes. He's literally just woken up, coughed a couple of times, opened his eyes, put his dummy back in, grabbed his sweeteners and then gone back to bed. On ward round watch.
I think they're that way. What are you doing?
Where these consultants are. Well, a full summary of what's just happened in ward round.
So they are happy with Teddy. No fever still. He's still on the prophylactic antibiotic, which is the sort of preventative level of dose. So that's something that he'll be on for a long time. Platelets is the only thing at the minute they're worried about because he can't increment his platelets and he can't hold on to them. So he's having platelet transfusions pretty much daily for the last week. So they've ordered him his HLA matched platelets. So he'll have a dose today, a dose Sunday and a dose Monday. They need to see after today that his platelets stay above 10 by Sunday for him to go home on Monday, basically. And of course no other complications in the meantime. He has got adenovirus in his stool, which could explain the excessive pooping and the sore bum. But yeah, other than that, they're pretty happy with him. He's obviously 100% donor cells now. Because he went into this with negative MRD, so no leukemia cells detected, he won't need a bone marrow aspiration unless they see any signs that it could be creeping back again. So they'll check monthly his engraftment to make sure he's still 100% donor cells. And they'll also just check on his full blood count. If any of those start to drop or look like they're going downhill, that could indicate that there's a sign of some leukemia coming back, and that's the point when they may look at doing a bone marrow aspiration. All in all, pretty good update. Pray for no fevers, and then we should be out of here in 3 sleep.
The deliveries of medications and syringes for discharge have started. Look at this. Cream, wash, all the different types of syringes. Madness. And that's just the start. Got all the medications. Gonna need a lorry to get home.
Cool tash, Ted. About to make up Teddy's meds.
Lately I've lost my track. I've sailed the deeper seas.
6:30 at night. I'm being told that we have to have an ultrasound on Teddy because his liver is slightly raised. So we've got an ultrasound lady right on bedtime about to come and disturb Teddy to have his ultrasound. Brilliant. And his platelets are going in.
Hoping to find something to bring back better times. Oh, I'll save memories in my head, like Polaroids on walls. They remind you to look ahead.
like now that really, really make you just want to end this whole thing and go home, because literally 6:30 ultrasound turns up. He's got to do a full ultrasound of all his organs, because apparently in ward round when they assessed him, his liver was slightly raised, and it might be because one of the medications is called itraconazole, but they didn't tell us that the liver was raised. They didn't tell us they'd organised an ultrasound. Poor old Teddy's so tired because he had such a bad night's sleep yesterday. He laid there like an absolute champion, barely even moved the whole time. But this woman that came in and done the ultrasound was just so grumpy. And then he's had platelets as well, so then he's got to have observations through that. So the poor boy just wants to sleep, and he's being prodded and poked, and it's just devastating to see. And we're so close to going home, and I just can't help but just feel like there's this bad feeling about it, just because I know they're doing it as a precaution, which is amazing, because I'd rather have it checked than not. But I just want to go home now, man. I'm fed up with my son just being prodded and poked and disturbed the whole time. You just let him rest. Let him rest and recover. But best go. And in 60 seconds, somebody's coming in to do more observations and take blood from him. So, madness, but fingers crossed. So, just to recap, Teddy had 10 o'clock observations, and he spiked a 39 fever, and then she checked again, it was 38.6. So that instantly meant blood cultures are taken, and then paracetamol was given. But then also, I can't remember what I've updated, so my brain's a little bit frazzled. But doctors came in and explained that there was the ultrasound that we had earlier was showing that his liver was slightly inflamed, and there was some fluid, looked like there was some fluid on the abdomen. So he wanted to come up and check his girth size, which is his measurement around his tummy, and his weight, to check that that wasn't increasing, because if it is, it could mean that the liver is expanding at like a high rate, which can be really, really dangerous. It's something called VOD. We don't really know a huge amount about it, but we knew it potentially could be apparent purely because the amount of chemotherapy and the intensity of the chemotherapy it had. It's a very well-known thing that any cancer patients is a risk, and obviously Teddy's had some seriously high doses of chemo. So, but he checked his girth, checked his weight, and it was where it should be. He felt around his tummy, and he said he didn't seem to be in too much pain, which would be a normal sign of VOD. So he's not worried, but they just want to redo the ultrasound just to check that nothing has got worse overnight. Also, because obviously he's got this adenovirus, he just did about 4 back-to-back poos filled the nappies with this watery mess. And his bum is so sore because we've had to wipe it recently, so it's all just come at once. Life of a cancer parent, nothing's ever straightforward. We're due to go home on Monday, but I've just eliminated that out of my mind now, purely because if he has got VOD, then that needs to be treated, but I don't even know what that treatment plan looks like. But it was all going so well. 3 days away from home, like touching distance, and I don't think it's going to happen. I'm glad that he's done it now, because there was talk about us going home on Friday, which is today, and if we had driven home today and we were going through this tonight, it would just be hell. But at least we're all still here, settled, with the best hands, and so we shall see what tonight brings. But I don't think I'm going to get any sleep tonight, because I just want to keep an eye on him, which is absolutely fine. My priority is him. I want to just make sure his oxygen's all good, he isn't sick, he gets a feed, has his bum changed when he needs to, and also just keep my eyes on these nurses. It's something that we're pretty well known now, that the closer you get to discharge, the less qualified and experienced nurses end up dealing with you. So we had this in Chemo 1, where we were getting a lot of students and HCAs, which are healthcare assistants, doing the observations, and they're just nowhere near as experienced and as good as the proper nurses. So this is our time to step up and be a parent to Teddy, and make sure that they do everything within the best of their ability. And I will absolutely make sure of that. Come on, Teddy, we still believe in you, mate. It may not be VOD. It may be just a side effect. We don't know. But until tomorrow we'll do the ultrasound, we won't know anymore. But for now, we just need to get his temperature down. And the paracetamol has been given, so hopefully over the next hour he'll do another set of obs, and hopefully it's on its way down.
So it is 1:15 in the morning. I've just been told that his blood cultures came back. That was taken earlier just after he spiked a fever. They've come back and they're negative, which is amazing. So that could mean that the fever is just his new cells engrafting, and if that is the case, then it's good news, because that's exactly what we're looking for. We need that engrafting, which is that graft versus host disease. And a fever is one of the symptoms that we could be looking for, as well as sickness, diarrhea and rashes. So if it is those self-grafting, then that's amazing. That's really, really good. But we shall see what tomorrow brings. I'm not sure if I can bring myself to go to sleep, so I just want to keep an eye on him. Hopefully that's good news, and we shall see what the ultrasound comes back tomorrow regarding his liver and the VOD. But who knows? Fingers crossed. Bless his little heart. Come on, Teddy B. Quick update. It is now 2:28 in the morning. Teddy has just shit everywhere. And I have somehow managed to remove his t-shirt, his little sticky tape that's fixing his NG tube to his back, his nappy, change his nappy, remove the incontinence pad underneath him, and put a whole sleep suit on him with a fresh nappy, re-stick the NG tube to his back, all in the space of like 10 minutes without him waking up. How? I don't know, but I'm super proud of myself, to be honest with you. But I'm absolutely flipping knackered, so I'm going to try and get some sleep. His temperature is down to 36.2, which was his 2 o'clock observations, so I'm happy that that temperature is now under control, so I'm going to try and get some rest. But go on, the top changer. That's incredible. My day has been made. Anyway, good night. Super tired this morning. I think Teddy's spiking another fever. It's gone from 36.2 in the night to then creeping up, and I did it this morning. It was 37.2, and then she's done it 37.4, and then it's just done it again 37.7. So we're on the brink of spiking another fever, but that could be normal. It's the ultrasound that I'm worried about. This is the only way I can get water in him at the minute. It's by dipping a sponge in some water. And he sucks it off. His mouth must be so dry, but if it works for him, then it works. So we'll continue to do this.
A few minutes later.
It's the first time he's drunk from a bottle in weeks. It's amazing.
A few minutes later.
Good boy. I cannot believe he's just had 50 ml of water from a bottle. Now he's just having a few Cheerios. But he's definitely going to spike another fever, just on his temperature, 37.8. We're on the brink of another spike, but it could be those cells. With 70 ml of water in through the mouth. God, Teddy B! I can't tell you how happy that makes me. It's made my morning. After a shit night, I feel fine now. I feel fine. He's sitting up. Breakfast of champions, Cheerio and quavers on the go. 70 ml of water through the old mouth. Get in! As you can tell, Teddy was taking a bad turn, and it was going to be one of the scariest moments of our life. Going home was so close, but now so far. We weren't prepared for what was to come. We thought we were going home to rebuild our life. We thought this hellish journey was coming to an end, but little did we know, it was only just the beginning.
This is the end of this video, but the start and the continuation of the huge fight to save our son's life. When we were about to experience one of the hardest, scariest and emotional times of this journey to date. Don't forget to like our videos, subscribe to our channel and come back next time to continue our journey.